I then ran into a fan of the channel, Courtney, who happened to have a very nice collection.
I'm a big pink Pokemon fan. I really like the cute Pokemon. Are you doing a challenge?
I'm doing a trade-up challenge, actually.
Are you doing only slabs?
No, it can be anything. So like I just got this beautiful card right now. Why, do you have some potential stuff?
I might be willing.
We moved over to the side because there was potential. I was valuing my card at around $20. What are you thinking?
I mean, I've got quite a bit in here.
How much is that one worth?
I use red candy.
Nice, I love it. $83. Okay, well there goes that. I mean, that one's worth a lot probably, right? From the UPC?
That one's 32. I would trade you that one.
Okay. Wow, Courtney, I think I'll take it. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Courtney, for the trade. Before we parted ways, she wanted to show me a Charizard card I signed for her a year ago.
Well, that was like probably the most exciting thing that could have happened today.
So
Boy, oh boy, should I make this or should I not? That's what I was thinking, because I don't think there's any benefit for me to make this video, because most people will probably come at me in the comments. Yeah, I thought, you know, I don't hear this opinion coming from anyone else or on the whole Leonhart situation, the trade up challenge that he did 2 or 3 months ago. So I thought, being that I have a different take on it, that's disagreeing with most content creators out there, it'd be worth putting out. If you're not familiar, Leonhart did a trade up challenge 2 or 3 months ago where he traded up from a Mew coin, like a dollar Mew coin that he used to learn to play the TCG, all the way up to a Sumbreon from Terastal Festival. Yes, I said Sumbreon. He did this and mostly traded with vendors, but there was a girl in the video that was a big fan of Leonhart, and she had a beautiful like interaction with him. I thought, I don't see anything wrong. I don't know what people are talking about when what video they're watching, if it's the same video. I know it's the same video, but you saw it at the beginning. I played the clip in the beginning. I saw nothing wrong with that interaction. And a lot of people are saying, oh, he used his status to take advantage of her. She likes pink fluffy Pokemon, she mentioned. Her binder was filled with it. And then he traded her fire energy. He had nothing else to trade. That was part of the challenge. You can't just go into the binder and trade something else. Could he have like traded a fire energy and then came back to her and traded something else? Yeah. Is he always, thinking things clearly through? Do any of us always think things clearly through when we're getting, put on camera? He's on camera. He's probably nervous as well. I know when I get in front of the camera, I get nervous. Even though I'm alone here in my room, nobody else is in the house, I still get nervous talking to the camera. But yeah, not everybody is always thinking things through. He's a human being. So maybe she seemed excited in the interaction. He thought, it was, two consenting adults making a trade, because that's exactly what you need, is 2 people to agree to trade. Nobody's forcing you. People thought, oh, like she felt pressured because of the camera. She felt pressured because it was Leonhart. He admitted on a comment that on his video that was not the case. I'll put the comment up right here. And said that she was not doing it even for the fire energy, even though she has a page dedicated to him in his binder where it's Charizard and Leon, and then she has a fire energy, like a page in her binder for that, so she thought it would fit nicely. Didn't think about it being in a slab. Later talked about in the video Kira did with her in an interview. But she did in that post say that it was ultimately for the experience. That wasn't for the value or the card that he was necessarily giving. It was for the experience of being a part of something Leonhart, somebody who she really, idolizes or enjoys watching on YouTube, being a part of that experience, which I think is a perfectly good reason to do a trade-up challenge. I would do a trade-up challenge with somebody I liked watching on YouTube. Who would I do a trade-up challenge with? I don't know. I would do, there's several people, but like Opossum, but Gonzo, I'd be willing to do something with those guys if they were doing some sort of video like that, and even if I was losing $50, but to be a part of that would be really fun to me. So I agree, I get where she's coming from there, and I think that's a perfectly good reason to do that. But yeah, like I said, it was a great interaction. At the end of the video, he got the Sumbreon, and then I guess people had some issue with he didn't give it away. He's keeping it for another trade up challenge. It was the plan, I guess, that he said it at the end of the video, and didn't give it away, which is something I guess he sometimes does. People said you should have gave it to the fan, that girl Courtney, because that would have been really cool. That would have been a nice way to tie up the video, which I agree with. That would have been really cool. Does he have to? Is he wrong for doing that? No, I don't necessarily think that. But Kira reached out to her in the comment and replied and said something to the effect like, I wouldn't do that if I was Leonhart. I wouldn't do that to my fans. I feel like that's taking advantage, which is, she's welcome to have her opinion. And I think the Courtney girl didn't agree with that at first, but then she said she had later changed her mind and reached out to Kira on Instagram and said, "Hey, I've been thinking about it, hearing everything that people have been saying online about it, and what you had told me kind of got my mind changed, and I kind of feel like might have been like it was wrong, maybe not taking advantage, but it was wrong of him to do that, or he could have handled that better, which." Yes, like I said, he could have, but Leonhart's socially awkward. He's kind of like a weird guy, not in a bad way. That's just who he is. He's always been that way. So let's cut him a little bit of slack. Like I said, he's a human being. Anyways, they had some like back and forths. Courtney and Leonhart had some back and forths through emails where he was trying to make it right. He did like a post on Twitter saying like, "Hey, this is when wasn't my intention with the video. It was supposed to be a really fun thing that the community asked me to do." I think a lot of his community is probably like casual collectors, not on YouTube, not making content. Probably a lot of kids saying, you know, like do a trade up challenge. So it's not the people talking about this situation right now. There's probably tons of people that thought that was a great video, and myself included. I thought it was an awesome video. I don't even like Leonhart content, but I didn't. That was like one of his better things. Like I was able to watch it. I watched it twice. I said, and yeah, they had talked back and forth after he made that reply saying he was going to, you know, give her some cards for helping him out within the trade up challenge. And I guess originally he was saying he was going to send her a SAR from Prismatic or Terrestrial Festival, one of the sets, the Japanese or the English. And she was really excited about that. He reached out back in like 2 weeks and said, "Hey, did you get the package?" She's like, "Oh no, I didn't." And he's like, "I don't know what happened. Maybe USPS lost it, and I'm going to send another package." And so he sent another package to her. And she recorded a video of herself opening the package. And I'll play it right here. I'll play the clip right here.
Got a little package in the mail from Mr. Leonhart. I have no idea what's going to be in this package. Okay. Oh, okay. It's some prismatic. It's the promo from one of them. Oh, there's 2 cards in there. And Terrapagos EX. I'm not posting this shit. I'm sorry. It's great, but I care nothing about Terrapagos. And Vaporeon's alright. It's not really up there on my list. It's a little disappointing. It is. There's no way I'm more excited about this than the Pokemon cards. Yeah, it's my library card. That was disappointment.
It's very, and this is not meant in a bad way. Like I said, this Courtney girl is very sweet. She seems very sweet, but the reaction she has is almost, it's a very spoiled and entitled reaction. The guy sent her cards to try and make things right, and she wasn't happy with the Pokemon he sent. Sent her an $80 card and then a promo. I don't know what it's worth, but the Pokemon was a Terrapagos or Terrapagos. I don't like that Pokemon either. I get it, but the fact that it came from Leonhart, somebody you're a fan of, it just makes it more special. If I got a card from anybody, I have cards that we've gotten from friends in the hobby, from other YouTubers, and I cherish each one of them. I keep them, even if it's a Pokemon I don't like, even if it's a card I don't like, whatever. I like it because it came from somebody, and it's like a very spoiled and entitled reaction. Like I said, it's similar to when you're a kid during Christmas or your birthday and your grandma gets you socks or a sweater for your birthday or for, you know, a Christmas present. And I've done this in the past before, I remember, because I learned my lesson quick. And instead of, you know, saying thank you very much and kind of putting on like a, hey, I appreciate the gift so much, you didn't, because knowing the person doesn't have to do anything for you and it's the thought more so that counts. I remember reacting and being like, oh, I didn't want this. I don't know specifically what I said, but I kind of whined, a little kid whine. And I don't know if I don't think I cried. I remember my cousin cried at a gift one time, but I never cried. I just kind of was like bummed out as a kid. You're a kid. It's kind of natural, but it's something you should learn at that point, that it's not about the gift. The people don't have to get you shit. It's about the thought that they spent their hard-earned money to get you something. And it's the fact that it's somebody that loves you, showing you through something that they gave you. And that, I think, is the reaction should have been like, okay, thank you so much, I appreciate it. And which I think she did say. She put it like a post on Instagram saying thank you for the cards. But yeah, I don't agree with the post. Like I said, she's a lovely girl, seems very nice, seems like a cool person. There's just some things that I disagree with. And I think everybody, like content creators and the internet's like really against Leonhart, and just in this echo chamber of he's a terrible person, and I just don't agree with it. There's so many worse people in this hobby. There's the scalpers or whoever you want to target, but we're going to target Leonhart and somebody that's done so much for the hobby, done so much for Pokemon YouTube. He's done, you know, from my understanding, he makes big donations every year to different different organizations. Nobody ever wants to talk about that stuff. They want to talk about how he duped this girl out of $10 because he traded her a $25 energy for a $35 Mew. Whoop-de-doo, big deal. Yeah, I'm sure he's done way more good than that. Way more than any of us in the comments or on YouTube have ever done for anybody in our life. And I just wanted to, put this video out there to give the other, I guess, another perspective or opinion on the whole situation. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.